Okay, so today we're diving into Song 17
All right.
from the New Living Translation on YouVersion.
Okay.
And it's a pretty powerful prayer dealing with justice and protection and just this like deep sense of faith. And I think our mission here is to kind of unpack it
Yeah.
and see what we can pull out of it that might be relevant for today.
Yeah.
And just to kind of put this in context, this is attributed to David.
Right.
And it really is him kind of pouring his heart out in prayer.
Absolutely. I mean, you really get a sense of urgency right from the start.
Yeah.
You know, just those opening lines, "Oh, Lord, hear my plea for justice. Listen to my cry for help." It's like he's not messing around.
Right. And it's not just like a generic plea for fairness either.
No, not at all.
Like verse 2, he's so certain, declare me innocent for you to see those who do right.
Yeah.
Like that's a bold statement right there.
It is. It's like he's saying, God, you know the truth, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. And then you get to verses 3 through 5, and it's all about self-reflection.
Totally. It's like he's being tested, even at night. You have tested my thoughts and examined my heart in the night.
Right. It's like this constant examination.
Yeah, exactly. And then he says, you have scrutinized me and found nothing wrong. I am determined not to sin in what I say.
So it's not just about actions, but what you say too.
Absolutely. It's about this deep inner purity.
So that then connects to this idea of actively avoiding evil.
Oh, definitely.
Like in verse 4, where he talks about following God's commands to stay away from cruel and evil people.
Yeah, he's making a conscious choice.
Yeah, and all of that seems to lead into this really strong belief in verse 6.
Oh, yeah. I am praying to you because I know you will answer, oh God.
That's like next level confidence right there.
Right. It's not a hope. It's a certainty.
It's not just wishful thinking.
And then the way he asks, bend down and listen as I pray.
Yeah.
It's so personal.
It is. And then the imagery he uses to describe the protection he's seeking in verses 7 through 9.
Oh, it's so powerful.
Guard me as you would guard your own eyes. I mean, you can't get more precious than that.
And then hide me in the shadow of your wings.
Wow.
Yeah, talk about vivid imagery.
It really paints a picture of this, like, complete safety under God's care.
Especially when you consider the threats he's facing.
Yeah, the wicked people and murderous enemies described in verses 9 through 12.
What strikes me about his description of his enemies is just the lack of mercy, without pity.
That's chilling.
And then the boasting, the comparison to lions.
Right, both hunting and lying in wait.
Yeah, it really emphasizes the danger.
Which makes his cry for help in verses 13 and 14 all the more desperate.
For sure.
Arise, O Lord, stand against them. Rescue me from the wicked with your sword.
It's a direct appeal.
Absolutely. And then there's this interesting contrast he draws between people who are focused on worldly success and what he calls the treasured ones.
Yeah, he's differentiating between those who find satisfaction in material wealth and those who find it in something deeper,
Right, like a relationship with God.
Exactly. And the way he talks about the treasured ones being satisfied and their descendants having plenty, it suggests this idea of a different kind of inheritance.
A lasting legacy.
Yeah. And then we come to verse 15, and it ends on this note of hope. Because I am righteous, I will see you when I awake. I will see you face to face and be satisfied.
It ties his sense of righteousness to this ultimate contentment.
It really does. And the idea of seeing God upon awakening, it's open to interpretation, but the core message is clear.
Yeah, it's this deep expectation of peace and fulfillment.
Exactly.
So we've walked through this incredibly personal prayer.
We have.
We've seen the plea for justice, the emphasis on inner integrity, the very real need for protection against these threats and this unwavering hope.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable.
It is. It makes you think about how these ancient feelings of vulnerability and faith resonate with our own experiences today when we're searching for justice or security or even just inner peace.
It really does.
It's that human need for connection and reassurance that seems to transcend time.
Absolutely something to think about.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining this deep dive.
Of course, it was a pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then.